If you've stepped inside a well-designed home over the last 10 years, you know the aesthetic. The design world has been focused on bringing nature indoors, filling our living spaces with light-soaked rooms, bleached oak veneers, and soft earth-toned textiles. The hallmark of this era was the delicate cane backing found on these mid-century chairs. This airy, flat radio weave became a staple for everything from accent seating to minimalist sideboard doors. But design trends operate on a predictable cycle. Once those flat, light cane accents saturated the market and appeared in every big-box retail store, the high-end luxury market needed a way to differentiate. Designers didn't abandon natural materials. Instead, they scaled them up. Today, we see heavy rattan stalks, thick, twisted seagrass, and robust water hyacinth moving to the forefront of high-end showrooms. Sketching a massive, heavy rattan bed frame looks simple on paper. But executing that sketch on the factory floor breaks the traditional rules of furniture manufacturing. The massive shift toward chunky, structural furniture forces a complete change in how these materials are engineered on the factory floor. To understand why, you have to look at how factories used to operate. When working with fine cane webbing, manufacturers purchase uniform, pre-woven rolls of processed rattan skin. It's a 2D material that is consistent, easy to cut, and simple to staple or glue into a flat recessed panel. Chunky design demands a different logistical approach. To build these new silhouettes, factories must source whole, solid rattan poles, often called man-hour tan, that reach 50 millimeters in diameter. You cannot buy this in a roll. These thick jungle fibers are harvested, dried, and hand-graded to ensure they are straight and internally dense. Unlike 2D webbing, a 50-millimeter solid stalk or a massive hand-braided rope of seagrass cannot be glued onto a flat surface. These thick, heavy fibers become the load-bearing architecture of the furniture. Manufacturers have to move past flat-pack logic and use structural mechanics to keep these massive pieces standing. The immediate physical challenge is shaping the material. You have to bend a rigid 50-millimeter thick wooden pole into sweeping curves without snapping it. The solution starts inside pressurized chambers. The raw rattan poles are treated with heat and steam for a precise duration, driving moisture into the core of the wood. Heat targets lignin, the natural polymer binding wood fibers, making rigid bonds temporarily pliable. Before cooling, artisans use immense physical strength to force these scorching hot poles around heavy custom jigs. Once bent, the wood enters the curing process. The poles are clamped into the jigs and left for several days, allowing moisture to evaporate and permanently reset the fibers. If a factory rushes this drying time, they encounter springback. The frame slowly warps out of its newly bent shape after assembly, ruining the piece. Achieving an organic curve in chunky furniture is a battle of thermodynamic physics combined with manual force. Once the pieces are shaped and assembled, factories in tropical climates face a hurdle, getting highly porous natural fibers across the ocean intact. Heavy, multi-layered weaves of water hyacinth or chunky seagrass act like deep core sponges. They hold onto moisture deep inside the rope. Pack a thick woven piece into a shipping container while it's wet, and the core moisture breeds mold during the month-long ocean transit. But dry it too quickly in a kiln, and those thick fibers turn brittle and crack. To find the exact equilibrium, skilled artisans pierce the thickest parts of the weave with digital pin meters. They test the internal moisture levels at multiple stages of production to ensure the core is stable for export. Even when they reach their destination, these massive weaves require hidden support. Heavy-gauge iron frames prevent sagging, while custom internal steel skeletons hold up large-scale lighting fixtures. A raw, organic look actually relies on precise moisture balances and concealed metal frameworks. Back in the modern home, these heavy textures create a sensory environment that stands apart from the digital tools we use every day. We spend our days surrounded by sleek glass, matte plastics, and smooth screens. Wood, stone, and woven fibers offer a tactile grounding that makes a house feel like a home. Large-scale pieces like a seagrass credenza or a solid rattan canopy bed provide the room with a structural centerpiece. They act as architectural focal points that ground the space through their physical weight. The final product relies on the moisture equilibriums and manual jig shaping perfected in the workshop. If you want to explore more deep dives into the hidden mechanics of global manufacturing and design, hit the subscribe button to follow the channel. You can also listen to the Deep Dive by Global Trade Gal podcast, read our latest blog posts, and sign up for our newsletter to get direct industry insights. And if your business is looking to create, develop, and manufacture high-end home decor, reach out to Anita at Mondoro to get started.